Steve Bernas is the boss at the Better Business Bureau and has been for a very long time. He's trying to help you. He's trying to help me. He's trying to help us not make our own situations worse by subjecting ourselves to the creeps and the criminals. Good morning, Steve.
Good morning. How are you, sir?
Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah. Happy everything.
Happy Festivus, too, as well.
Yeah.
Well, we are entering a season of grievances here, so let's talk about our grievances with criminals.
Criminals are out in force. We're using gift cards right now, so we're seeing a big problem in two areas, Steve. One is gift cards where they're actually cutting the gift card, or taking the gift card out of the sleeve, cutting the top off with the numbers, and putting the card back into the folder in stores. So when you are buying a gift card, make sure it's not tampered with, and make sure it feels like a full credit card type size, because we're seeing them cutting the top of it off.
But that's got to be an inside job then.
They're actually taking them from the store, and the police are saying, and then they're bringing it back, Steve. So it's not an inside job.
But how does that work? I'm trying to figure out mechanically how that would work.
Don't they have to load money onto the card at the time of purchase?
They do, but there's a second code on top that they need it's able to be scanned, and they're cutting that part off, and then they're taking it.
So if I'm that guy, I don't work at the store, but I go into the store, I somehow am able to steal
them.
A stack of those. I go out to my car, I go wherever, I clip them, and I bring them back in, and I bring them back in and hand them back. There's got to be somebody inside working with them.
It could be some of it. I don't know the extent of it. The police are saying it's just...
Who are you covering for?
No. But you know what, though? He's right, because if you get a group of them, say there's 5 in a package, and if, you have to scratch off the back part like you would on a lottery ticket, and that's the code that you would enter, or that's the code that they scan to use it. If that's been scratched off.
Yeah, I get it, but I'm just trying to figure out how you would steal these cards, clip them, and put them back. But the advice stays the same, and what Steve said is true. You have to now physically feel up your card pack to make sure that it's in there.
It's tough times now. You got to feel up the card.
Yeah. Well, it's the holidays. No more office parties. Is that the number one gift card scam, or did you want to alert us to something else?
There's a second part of it. If you have to ask for payment in any way from gift cards, whether it be a company or a governmental agency, that's the tip-off to the rip-off. The complaints to the Better Business Bureau are 50% over last year in terms of people paying with gift cards in terms of scams. So that's usually the sign, Steve, that something's wrong when they ask for payment in gift cards. But people are doing it, whether it be that, you're going to jail, you didn't pay your taxes, or whether it be a bank calling you saying, we want to catch an employee, could you help us in buying gift cards? It's amazing what they're doing with these gift cards now. And it's number one, in terms of the scams for gift cards. What is
the law in Illinois? They don't lose value anymore, right?
No, they don't lose value anymore, but people still leave them in their drawers forever, and the company goes out of business, and they're gone.
No.
So.
I did that with a spa gift card one time. It was like a spa finder, and then I found it, and they went out of business.
Maybe that's a gift card.
So use them. But
gift card finder.
But
where did I put it?
Kind of a caveat to that, Steve, and I think we talked about this last time, too, is that check the return policy. So if you get something, and then you could store credit back for it, there might be a limit as to when you can use that, use that again.
Okay. Pet scams. This is an important category because people have gone nuts for spending money on their pets.
It's going crazy, Steve. And as around the holiday season, it's very disheartening to see when somebody orders a pet online and they don't get it delivered at all, and they lose thousands of dollars. The key to this, Steve, is that you've got to meet the breeder. You got to see the dog. Everything else, when they say they can't meet you or they want to do it through email, that's the warning sign. That's the tip-off to the rip-off. And it works all the time because people are desperate on the holidays to get a dog, and it's usually a reduced price and the cutest puppy you've ever seen. But it's the same picture on thousands of websites, and we hear it all the time. And the scam tracker is lighting up again this year all across North America, Steve.
That's why Adopt, Plug for Paws and Garrido Stray Rescue. I mean, these dogs. Yeah, that's what I did with Paws.
Yeah, and this is not a great idea for a Christmas present. We need to get Dr. Sam on with us to talk about this. But people mean well. Obviously, it's amazing. It's cute. It's whatever. But you got to be mentally as ready as you'll be and house as ready as you will be to take on an animal.
Absolutely.
And it's not cool if you get the present and a month and a half from now you try to take it back and it's a living creature.
Right.
Right.
it includes if you adopt a child. And porch pirates are still a problem, more so than ever.
It is. The Chicago police and other police departments are warning there's an increase in porch pirates where they come and steal the packages that are left on your porches or driveways or whatever it may be. And last year, according to statistics, 113 million packages were stolen from homes, covering about $8 billion, Steve. So it keeps increasing year over year, and I think consumers don't realize it's never going to happen to me. It's happening. We're hearing about it all the time. Make sure you're at home when it gets delivered, or monitor it, or send it to your neighbor's house, or a local store has those lockers available, from the large one like the Amazons and the others. There's just so many ways to protect yourself, and just don't leave the package sitting on your front porch.
Steve, I have a question. When you're online shopping, so I'm looking, say, for a gift for you, and I'm going to Yeti or Hydro Flask, wherever I'm going, and then I decide I'm going to wait a day or two, and then I go to my social media sites, and there it is. It pops up again. Do I not click on those if they're targeting me in social? Should I just go back to the website, or are they okay? I know they're targeting me, but is it okay to click on something that's within your own site or your own page?
Well, it's a perfect question because you never know where it's coming from, that pop-up. It could be from the company you are on. They could be following you, or it could be the scammers trying to follow you as well. So what happens is they send those pop-ups, and you click on it. You think it's the company you were looking at, and it's not, and you give your credit card information to the scammer. So in 1 month, we talked about it last time, 1 month, 65% of the consumers that filed complaints with us on online shopping had no intention of buying the product that day. So that speaks volumes, Andre, because they weren't going to buy it, and they just saw a pretty ad and they bought it, and they bought it from a scam or a bad business.
All right, one more before we wrap with Steve Bernas, and that's you touched on this, but delivery scams. I want you to emphasize this on what people should recognize and when their alarm bells should go off.
Well, it's key when the delivery scams. There's a couple of things. Watch out for text or calls or emails about a missed delivery because scammers have found that out. They send it to everybody, and hopefully that you're just assuming you're getting a package that day. You will call them, or you will click on that link, and it puts spam or malware on your computer. And everybody's getting those texts. I get like 3 a day, it seems, that you missed your package in some way. So, make sure the package is delivered to your neighbors or somebody you know and trust. And then if you are getting a package, make careful of those emails you get from those scammers saying that your package has been missed delivery, and you click here or we need extra money or something like that, Steve. And it's happening time and time again.
That's great advice.
Anytime you want to check out a business, you go to the Better Business Bureau. What website am I going to?
BBB.org before you buy or hire, BBB it, and look for the seal because it's a sign of the Better Business Bureau as well.
And send your emails and questions, too, because Steve and his staff answer those.
We do. We love answering it 24 hours a day. I'm Superman, Steve. Never rest.
I know. You're a Marvel superhero.
Steve.
Scam buster. Thank you, buddy.
See you, Steve.
My pleasure. Happy holidays.
Steve Bernas, and to you.
He's great. I do get those texts. Do you get those from like FedEx and UPS? And they're like, oh, click here for your package. But, they're not going to text you.
It's funny. The one I'm getting all the time now is thank you for your Norton renewal. Here, you owe us $489. Here's the invoice or whatever it is.
Oh, yeah. I keep getting a Netflix email saying your subscription is canceled. Well, it's not. I watch it every night. But renew, click here. And the website is, everything's completely misspelled.
That's why I'd be a bad crook, because I wouldn't have the attention span to do the detail. You know what I do, Nick? I just go, send me money. Just send me money.
You wouldn't have the spell check.
Yeah. I mean, even if you gave me your social security number, I wouldn't have the energy to go through the next step of using that to steal your ID. So my scam is going to be, if you get an email or a text from me that says send me money, don't do it.
Just send me cash.
Just here to tell you, don't do it.